Greetings YouTubers, Simple Asian here. This morning I woke up and came down to a plumbing issue. My kitchen sink was backing up full of water. So I decided that this was a good opportunity to make a video for you. But like every good homeowner, I didn't know what I was doing, and I went to the supermarket and my first instinct was to pick up a bottle of this liquid plumber, to pour down the sink and wait a half hour as per the instructions, and then I grab a plunger and plunge away. Now, as you could imagine, the water really wasn't going away very fast, and that's because it turns out that I don't actually have a clog. Later on during the day, I went down to the basement and saw water dripping from the ceiling in the basement coming from the floor above, which happened to be where my kitchen sink was. So I had to open up the cabinet and take a look at the pipes, and as you can see, this pipe was already taken apart. I took it apart this morning and investigated because, you know, before calling a plumber, I wanted to try to understand the situation and see if it was something I could try to fix myself instead of calling a plumber. Now, I have to admit to you, I'm not really I'm a do-it-yourselfer. I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel that there's a lot of things you can figure out, and I didn't want to spend the money that the plumber was going to probably charge me for an emergency fee and whatnot to get this done. So when I looked underneath the sink, I noticed that there was a really slow leak here, which makes sense. That's why the plunging wasn't working, because this thing wasn't sealed. And as I investigated further, I actually grabbed the pipe this morning. I started shaking and noticed that this pipe was loose. And then the more I shook it, it actually loosened up some more, and I was able to move the flange over like that. So that was my first clue that, something had broken. So I loosened this coupler here, and I pulled out the pipe. And what I had noticed was that there was actually threading here that broke off from this connector here. Now, this connector is actually was connected to this rubber hose, which was connected to my dishwasher, which is right over here. So I grabbed a pair of channel locks and I loosened up this this connector here and pulled off the connection piece to my sink that was, connected to my dishwasher. And just like that, I took these pieces off and decided to go to the hardware store, and I wanted to see if I could talk to somebody over there and see if they can give me some advice on how to fix this. Well, I already went to the hardware store. Like I said, I already took this apart this morning to figure out what the problem was. And as it turns out, you're able to buy a PVC version of these pipes, and see, if you look at the pieces together, they actually match. Of course, one is metal, the old parts, and one is PVC. And of course, I had to replace this little plastic ring as well, so I had to buy that separately. And basically, this is a 1.5 inch pipe, or so that's what the guy told me. And so I bought this, and I'm going to replace it with this ring and this pipe, and I'm going to replace this metal. So together, these parts actually cost me about, I think with tax and everything, it was roughly $6.50. And of course, I had Teflon tape already, so I didn't buy any of that stuff. And I do have to go get my stuff together before I can put this pipe back together. So when I get all my my tape and my parts together, I will come back and show you how to put this sink back together. Alright, welcome back, guys. I just had to get myself together in order to show you the next part of this repair, because I didn't have my Teflon tape before when I started showing you how to remove the pipe. But I went ahead and got started. I took the Teflon tape and already wrapped it around the threading here, as you can see, so we don't have to go through that part. And at the same time, I took the plastic pipe here that I bought before, and I already connected the hose to the dishwasher on it. And of course, I slid this clamp in. I hope you can see this, but this little clamp here that you screw on, it tightens the rubber hose onto the pipe itself. And of course, I took the little plastic ring that I bought before and slid it on here. You could just follow the old setup that you have and kind of figure out how to do that. But you slide the plastic ring on, right underneath the screw, and then you're able to just take the pipe and replace it onto the elbow, which I'm going to slide in right now, you see? And just like that, I have connected the dishwasher. Later on, I'm going to, actually no, I could do it right now. I could just take a screwdriver here and tighten this clamp right onto the rubber hose. That way the dishwasher can dispense water through this pipe. And then of course, I'm going to take this pipe, I'm going to slide it underneath the drain, and I'm just going to take this this plastic connector here and screw it on, just like that. Alright, it's quite easy. And then you take this bottom portion, you slide the ring down to where the threads are, and then you can screw this on as well by hand. Nice and tight, just like that. Okay. And there you have it. I did my own plumbing in my own home, and I saved myself a call and the hassle of calling a plumber and of course paying for the plumber by just going to the hardware store and fixing this with under $7 worth of parts. I hope this was helpful to you. Please give me a like on this video and subscribe if it was helpful, and I hope to see you soon. This is the Simple Asian signing off for now.